The city of Philadelphia was known for its bustling streets, the Liberty Bell's timeless presence, and neighborhoods that carried whispers of history in every brick. But when night fell and the tourists disappeared, the city revealed a different face. Its alleyways grew quiet, its windows reflected shadows, and sometimes, just sometimes, it felt like the city itself was alive, listening. For Claire Mitchell, Philadelphia had always been a place of escape. After leaving her small hometown in Ohio, she had come here to begin again, carrying only a suitcase, a few books, and secrets she refused to speak aloud. By day, she worked as an archivist at the city library, surrounded by the comfort of old manuscripts and forgotten letters. By night, she walked the silent streets, her headphones playing soft music to drown out the restless thoughts that trailed her. Claire had learned how to blend into the city's rhythm. She lived in a small apartment above a bookstore on Chestnut Street, kept to herself, and rarely let anyone in. Trust had once cost her too much, and she wasn't ready to risk it again. Until one rainy November evening, when the city's silence broke. She was locking up the library late, her bag slung over her shoulder, when she noticed a man standing under the old lamppost near the entrance. He wasn't dressed like most Philadelphians rushing home from work. No umbrella, no hat, just a dark coat soaked from the rain. He wasn't watching her directly, but his posture was too still, too deliberate, as if waiting. Claire hesitated, keys trembling in her hand. Something about him unsettled her. She pulled her scarf tighter and walked quickly toward her apartment. The city was quiet except for the rhythm of rain on pavement, but every few steps, she swore she heard a second set of footsteps behind her. When she finally reached the bookstore and climbed the narrow staircase to her apartment, her pulse hammered in her ears. She locked the door and leaned against it, trying to calm down. "It's nothing," she told herself. "Just the city, just your imagination." But the next morning, when she stopped at the cafe downstairs, she saw him again. Same coat, same unreadable face, seated by the window with a cup of black coffee. He didn't look at her, but he didn't need to. She knew he was following her. Days passed, and the man appeared everywhere she went. At first, Claire thought about calling the police, but what would she say? That someone was drinking coffee near her? Walking the same street? She had no proof, no threats, just whispers in the silent city, growing louder in her mind. Finally, after a week of this silent stalking, she decided she couldn't live in fear. She needed answers. That evening, she left the library and deliberately walked toward Rittenhouse Square instead of home. She felt his presence behind her, steady as a shadow. The park was nearly empty, its trees dripping from the rain, the lamplight pale against the fog. Claire stopped near the fountain, her breath visible in the cold air. "Why are you following me?" she demanded, her voice breaking the silence. The man stopped a few paces away. For a moment, he didn't answer. Then, with a voice low and even, he said, "Because you're not safe." Claire's heart jolted. "Excuse me?" He stepped closer, enough for her to see his features clearly. He was in his early 30s, with dark hair slicked back from the rain and sharp eyes that carried both exhaustion and intensity. "My name is Daniel Hayes," he said. "I'm a private investigator, and whether you believe me or not, someone has been asking questions about you. Dangerous someone." Claire stared at him, every instinct warring inside her. "That makes no sense. I don't even know you." "You don't," Daniel admitted. "But I know you. Claire Mitchell, archivist, recently moved from Ohio, and I know that the life you left behind wasn't just about starting fresh. You're hiding from something." Her blood ran cold. No one here knew her past. No one. "You have no right," she began, but Daniel cut her off, his voice sharp but steady. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to protect you. But I can't do that if you keep pretending you don't know what I'm talking about. Claire's throat tightened. The city was so silent around them that she could hear her own heartbeat. Finally, she whispered, I don't know who sent you, but I want you to stay away from me. And with that, she turned and walked away, refusing to let him see the fear in her eyes. But she couldn't ignore him. Not when she found an envelope slid under her apartment door 2 nights later. Inside was a single photograph, her, leaving the library, taken from a distance. No note, just the image. Her hands shook as she clutched it. Someone really was watching her. When she went to the cafe the next morning, Daniel was there again. For the first time, she didn't avoid him. Instead, she slid into the chair across from him and dropped the photo onto the table. This